Today was day 9 of transcranial magnetic stimulation therapy, or TMS, for depression and anxiety, and I was almost too tired to make this video. It is 9:45 p.m. It's been a long day. I worked all day, then I went straight to the TMS treatment, and then I came home and I worked on a final exam for my voice disorders class. And I got a 21 out of 25, which puts me at an 84, I think, an 80 something, which brings my total grade down to an 84, which means that for my project, which is due tomorrow, I can't get anything lower than a B, because that'll probably bring my grade down to a C, which in graduate school is failing, and I don't want that. It was a very intensive, very content-heavy voice disorders class, and it touched a lot on like anatomy and physiology, which has never been my strong suit. And it was super fast paced. I mean, it was literally 5 weeks 5 weeks long to learn all this super dense material. And in between, I'm working full time, trying to spend time with my son, and be a mom, and I don't know. It's just been chaos. So I hope that I'm able to get at least a B on my project. At this point, I don't even care about getting an A in this class. I just want to pass with a B so I can be done with it. Anyway, on to the point of this video, which is talk a little bit about how TMS treatment went today. Well, first of all, I want to talk about some symptoms that I experienced over the weekend. I experienced a little bit of depression, random sadness, a little bit of low energy, and then last night I couldn't sleep. I only slept well, that's not true. I went to sleep around 10, but then for some reason I woke up around 1 in the morning, like for no reason at all, and then I just couldn't sleep. I went back to sleep like around 4 in the morning. So altogether, according to my watch, I got 4 hours and 59 minutes of sleep, which is a couple hours less than my usual 6.5 to 8 hours of sleep that I get. So I've had a little bit of a headache, and I've been tired all day, and it's really hot outside, which doesn't help. I don't know what caused the insomnia or me waking up in the middle of the night. It's been a very kind of stressful couple of days since I've been back at work, and at the same time with this super fast moving class, and I'm thinking about whether or not I'm going to pass the final, and what my final grade is going to be, and that project that I have to complete that's due tomorrow. So it could just be like the stress of everything that's causing the insomnia, or causing me to just randomly wake up in the middle of the night. Or it could have something to do with the fact that I didn't, we don't get TMS treatment on Saturdays and Sundays. We only get treatment Monday through Friday. So I don't know. There's just kind of a lot of confounding variables at play, and it's hard to tell. It's hard to tell really what's going on. Anyway, today again they did the bilateral stimulation with the fast tapping on the left side for depression, and the slow tapping on the right side for anxiety, and they got up all the way up to level 100 on both sides. And again, so that's like in terms of like the intensity of the tapping, they got up to 100, and the I think level that they're trying to get to is 120. So I'm pretty close to it. Some weird side effects that I experienced today is that as they were tapping, I think the right side, um, my sister called me, and so I like, they always tell us not to put our phone like over our ear, so I was holding it like this in front of me to talk to her, and I guess I moved a little bit, and I guess that moved like where the tapping was positioned on my skull, and it was tapping. It must have been tapping onto a cranial nerve that makes my my fingers moved because every time it tapped, my hand would twitch, like really twitch. And now it's bothering me that I don't remember that cranial nerve. So now I have to look it up. Let's see. Uh, it is the median nerve. Wait. Yeah, so the median nerve. And it is that cranial nerve 8? I wonder where that's located. Well, that doesn't make sense. Like, what I want to know is, like, the upper motor neurons. I don't even know. I'm too tired to think. My brain is not braining right now. The point is that the TMS was tapping an area of my skull that was just constantly making my left hand twitch. It was like a really odd sensation until the technician just asked me to scoot up a little bit. She kind of repositioned the the machine over my head. It's just been a really long day. I'm very tired, and today, um, uh, I guess when I got to the TMS center, my anxiety wasn't that bad. From a scale of 1 to 10, I rated it at a no, at a 7, with the depression being a 5. So lower than it's been, but I think throughout the day today, I did feel a little bit anxious because I was in a room all day with my SLP supervisor and the speech therapist assistant. And I've mentioned this in previous videos, but I experience a lot of learned helplessness because my parents kind of will never let me do things on my own. And so, like, even with like the speech therapist assistant and the other speech therapist who's my supervisor, doing something as simple as like reorganizing and moving things around the room, I feel lost half of the time because I feel like I constantly have to ask them, well, where do you want this, or what do I do with this, or I don't know. um and then, like, she would tell me, like, oh, these go in those big crayon boxes over there on the right hand side, and she would like point like across the room, and I think that she assumed that I knew where it was. But I've noticed that a lot of the time she really has to spell things out for me, or like go and show me and kind of hand things to me, right, or like point directly at it, as opposed to just telling me, like, it's on the blue box in the left hand corner under the white folder, whatever, and sometimes that makes me feel really dumb that I can't piece together the instructions or the things that she's trying to tell me, whereas it seems like the assistant and other people can catch on to these things really quickly. But for me, like, I need explicit instruction, then I need you to physically go and show me what it is that you're talking about, because I'll struggle to uh, try to picture or try to find whatever it is that you're pointing at. And like, I feel like I'm constantly lost, and that's really annoying. And I think that, like, definitely contributes to my, like, anxiety levels and low self-esteem and my imposter syndrome. Um, yeah, so that's what I did today. Basically, worked on a final, worked from 7:30 to 3. I did the TMS for about an hour. Um, who did I see today? Let's see. My son. Today was my son's first day back at school. saw him, my nephew, my sister, my brother-in-law, my brother, my parents, just the usual people, the TMS technician, um, and the people that I work with. Um, and that's what I did. That's who I saw, how I felt. Just really tired, almost like I don't drink. I think maybe I've experienced a hangover like once in my life. And that's kind of like how I feel every time that I don't get enough sleep. So just like kind of with, brain fog and like a headache and just like I'm not all there, right? I'm just running on autopilot, and that's how I've been feeling all day. And I'm pretty sure it's because I didn't get a sufficient amount of sleep. Um, let's see, what else did I want to talk about? I don't know. I'm just tired. I'm just worried about like that voice disorders class grade because I feel like it's so close to like a C. I mean, it's like I'm at like an 84 right now. But like I said, if I get like anything lower than a B, if I get like a C in this project that I'm going to be turning in tomorrow, that alone will make me fail the class. And last time I failed the class, they made me take a forced leave of absence, so I had to take a whole year off, and that put me a whole year behind in graduating. I was supposed to graduate next year in 2025 because I failed that. Like it was like a language disorder or an aphasia disorders class. um, it ended up pushing me back an entire year. So now my expected graduation day is 2026 instead of the original 2025. They made me start over with a whole new cohort and everything. So yeah, these graduate programs are like no joke, and I would not recommend them to someone who is trying to work full time and take care of their kids. And uh, I don't know. Um, I can see why it's not recommended to work full time and have all these other commitments while you're going through graduate school, because it's it's intense. It's just a lot. But yeah, tomorrow I think I mentioned I work at two different campuses, and the this year I'll be working at the campus closest at the school closest to me 4 days a week, whereas I'll be working 1 day a week at the school that's like 45 minutes away. But I love working there even though it's further, because I actually have my own office. So I'm not just sitting there feeling like I'm constantly being judged and can't keep up with like the people around me. And I'm just sitting there in my own space, and I have room to breathe, and it's just nice. So tomorrow I'll be at that school where I'll have my own office, and I think it'll be a little bit of a break from all of the crazy stress I've been feeling. Yeah. So that concludes my. Sorry, I went off on a bunch of tangents today, but that concludes day 9 of transcranial magnetic stimulation therapy, and I will be back tomorrow for day 10.